let me create, yeah, let me create one class here. So I will create one class, and in this all right, so it will be, let's say I'm just giving class name, it's TestNG, or okay, and that's it. So let's give TestNG class, and here what we're gonna do, we will create some methods. We will create some methods and we will give some annotation, and then we will cover the few things which we left. So here, if I create public void, and if I say browser, and let's say if I give this one, and then I say system.out.println, I will say maybe open browser. All right, so this is the one which is now, again I'm creating a public void, again navigating to home. All right, so it will be so, and then it will be okay, navigating to a home page. Now, so what we'll do here, we will remove this first of all. Okay. All right, so now yesterday we learned about annotation. So here, let's say this is my my method, and this is my method. So what we will do here, let's say I want to run this for every test. So I will do one thing, I will create one test ng XML for this only, specific to this. So I will right click on this, my project, I will go to TestNG, I will say TestNG convert. Here I can see this one is which this is the TestNG. I know this is the new TestNG Java class. So what I will do, I will remove other stuffs from here. I will just have my TestNG, which I just want to run only this one. So I will just have this. I will give this TestNG, I would give today's date, so it will be 10/18. I will say next, and I will say finish. So now this is my text, my TestNG XML is generated. Okay, I think I didn't check that out. Okay, so I can remove from here as well. Sorry. So now I have only one class in this, and this is the suit name. So this is the suit name, and we have under this classes I can have number of classes, but right now I just want to run only one. So I'm having only one class, which is a TestNG. No, it's not TestNG test, it's TestNG. That's it. So it will be TestNG. So I will be having a TestNG, which is my this class which I just created. So let's run this, but it will not run. The thing is that let me give this to, let me save this, TestNG. Let's run this. See, no test is running for me. Why? Because I didn't give any annotation for these methods. So what basically I have to do, which we saw yesterday, we have to give annotation, because without annotation TestNG will not understand like what to run. So if I give this one, and let's say if I give this one, and if I add annotation, if I hover on that, this one, and it's added there. Now if I run this one, it will run for me perfectly. See, open browser. If I just go to here on my result, it will be browser. If I click on this, so if I browser, and so both is my running here. Now what to do here? So let's say there's a scenario, let me write that here. So alright, so there's one more thing which I can do here. So let's say there's one class here, public void and title, which we saw yesterday. Verify title. Now the thing is that here what we'll do here, we will have this as a annotation test. All right, it's done. Now in title we are validating two things. So what we're gonna do, we will have two string here. So string, I'm just creating string actual, and I'm having my title Google, let's say. So suppose this is the actual title which I'm getting from when using a method which I used, which I can use a driver dot get title. Okay, so this is the method which we'll be using, and I can fetch I can fetch the title of my page. But right now I'm hard coding this to just see the things how it will work. So here still and string again expected title, which I just want to check from my end. So if I'm getting, if this Google search, if this is matching with my this one, then it's passing, right? So this is what actually I'm having, and this is my expected which I want. So let's say if I use if else condition here, and if I say expected. All right, so let me just do one thing. Let me copy this dot equal. If I say equal, it will be for boolean, and if I give my actual, all right, so if I do my expected equal and actual, and if I say system.out.println, and if I say if this is title matching, right, if it is equal, and then if I say and if it's not matching, I will say else system.out.println, then it's not matching, or title not matching. All right, now I know this condition already I have given here, but I know this is not matching. I have given different value here. Let's run this now. I'm expecting this should be fail here. Okay, so it run 3 times for 3 tests, 1, 2 and 3. This is the 3 test cases I have run for 3 tests, but there is no failure here. So I'm not my any script is not failing here. So now what to do here? So that's why this is not will work for me. If else condition will not work for me here. So I can comment it, and yesterday as we saw that we'll be using assert dot equal, and I know my string is this is the string, so I cannot take the boolean and all that, array and boolean. So assert equal equal. So this is the boolean. I'm not gonna take this, and I will take only string. So I will take string. Now if I give this one, and if I give expected title, and this assert is we have this class already in TestNG, so I can use this one, and I can, if I run this now, I'm not using if else condition, so if I run this now, see, 3 is the total test cases, 2 pass, 1 fail. And if I check here as well, it will be this 2 is passing, title is failing for me. What assert expected, this one not found, but found Google there. Also we can do one more thing here, we can override this method as well. So we can give our own customized message as well, that if it is not or you can say title verification. Okay, so this is the thing which I have given as a message. So if I print, if I just run now, alright, so if I just go to here and if I click on this one, then you can see title verification. So message is coming there, expected this one, but so you can give any message here. Actually we can override, it can take this as well. So this we can do. Now let's do one thing. I'm having this one, so my conditions fail here, but it's not like one test case will have only one failed condition. I know this title is very minor issue for me. It's not like it's not very big issue for me. Okay, so it's a minor issue. But now there's one more thing here. So let's say I'll give one more condition here, assert dot assert. Okay, and I can give assert equal. Alright, so now expected and actual. If I say one more cases, which is one is pass and one is fail, I know this will return true, I mean boolean value for me. I can give true and false and true here to fail something here. I mean if I'll give true, it will be pass. If I say false and true, it will be fail. So now this test case is this, I mean this step is also failing for me. One is failed already, and this again is one is failing. Let's run now. What it will do? So if I just, I know this 2 3, I mean out of 3, 2 is pass, 1 is fail. Let's see this. If I just go to title, this one is failing. I know this first one is failing, but what about this one? There's no detail for this one. So what happened actually here, once this first time it got failed, my focus or my cursor use the break kind of break things here and go out of this loop. Actually my script didn't run. I mean see, this line didn't run actually for me, but it's not like this is a very minor issue for me. I want to check other things as well on that same test cases, but this is not running for me. As soon as we got this fail, my focus went out, and all other line, all suppose if I have thousands of line here below, right, it will not run. So now this is very bad for me actually. How would I test other stuffs? I just want to continue my run for this test, for this verification title, right? So what we have to do? So this is assert which I use here. This assert is a hard assert. If I use hard asserts, that means it will not go to next line if this assert find any failure. So what to do? We have to use a soft assert. How we can use the soft assert? So what we have to do in the beginning, what we can do, we can create object of one class. The class name is a soft assert, and we can give a name. It's like, okay, let's give only soft assert equal to, I will just copy and paste this. Alright, and I will just do this. So I just created one object. Let me go there. I will import this class. Okay. So now I just create the object of soap assert, and what I can do here is I can just copy this object, and instead of giving this hard assert, I can just simply paste here. So now instead of using hard assert, this is my soft assert. Okay, so now if I run this, let's run this now. Okay, so what happened here? If I go here, my all is passing here, but if I just click here, now, so all is passing. Now I know I'm here actually, this is running and this is also running. Both the thing is running here now, but my test is not failing. I just want to fail my test case actually. I don't want to run, I want to run everything, but I want to fail my test cases, which is not happening here. So what we have to do here? So for that, we have to close it actually. We have to close this thing here. So what we basically do here, and let me just go to console as well. It's not showing anything here. All things are showing me as a past. Okay, so what we can do here is we can say simply, once we are done with this assertion, we can, or once we are done with executing all the lines, we can say soft assert, which I create the object, and assert all. So it's like, I'm closing all this actually now. So all the validation is done, all the number of lines is done. Now what I can do, I can just now simply, and if I see, so what is happening here is when I go to result, I can see browser pass, navigating to home is pass, verifying titles fail. First one, assert fail because of title not matching. Another second condition is this one as well. It's a true, but we are having false. It's a true, we are having false here. Or you can give, that's why I just give the condition here, another validation. It's like that. So now in my case, it's not like, I'm getting one fail and my script will, not run other line in that test. So in this case, all the line will be running, and I can say another validation. This is also, my focus is going to this next line. It's not terminating actually. So we can use this assert. But yes, let's say if you are talking about let's say we are talking about login page. So in login page, if we suppose we have a button, login button, let's say login button, and it's not it's failing actually. So if it is failing, then there is no sense, right? You will not able to do anything on home page. So here you can use the hard assertion. You can use the hard assertion here. But if the things which is very normal, I don't want to, see, even if title is failing, I want to report it. Yeah, this is issue. But it's not like, because of this, I can stop all the execution, right? But the case where you think, okay, there's an issue, which we cannot proceed with. I know if I'm not able to log in on the home page, I'm not able to log in on application, then there's no sense, right? I will not able to perform any operation. I will not able to capture any web elements on home page because I didn't go there actually. So depend on you where you will use hard assertion, where you will use a soft assertion. So that you have to see. Now this is the one thing which I want to cover. Now other thing, let's say I will just remove this one. Okay, now this is browser, and let's say instead of browser I will just give as a login application. Okay, so you will be providing a username and password here, and then you will go to navigating to home page. But let's say if you are not able to successfully log in on application, there's no sense of this. There's no sense, right? Let me remove this too, so we have clean code. All right, so there's no sense. So what we have to do, so we can make a dependency here. So what we can do here, so we can do with this test, we can have a dependency. Okay, not here actually. Let me do one thing. So we want this one to be dependent on this one, so we can have dependency here. So let's see, it's dependency on method methods, and then we can give a curly braces here, and then we can give the name of this, this one, because we are depend on this. This method is depend on this. If this is fine, then we are good. So let's see now. Okay, there's some spelling error. Okay, dependent okay, so depend on method, and we can give here curly braces, and then we can close the bracket. Now here this method is depend on this one. So suppose this is failing. Let's say if it is we have some assertion here, assert, and I was just checking something equal. Okay, assert equal. Okay, and I will just go, okay fine, just select this one, and I can say false, and I can say true. All right, I know now this case is failing for me, right? I can say login application. So I know this is failing for me. If this is failing, there's no sense to go to this method. Let's try now, and that's why we have given the dependency here. Okay, so here I can see there are three tests, 1, 2 and 3 tests. All right, we have 2 fail. Okay, 2 fail. This is failing for me, and this is also failing for me. We checked title here was not working right for me, so it's failing, and 1 is skipped. Why skipped? Because if it is not working for me, this method is depend on this method, login application. It will be skipped. So if I just go there, it will not run for me. So if you can see here, navigating home is skipped for me here. If I can say here as well, this is also a depend on because see, I cannot check the title as well, right? Because if this is failing, then it will be blocked. I mean, I'm blocked with this actually. So if I run now I will be having 2 skipped. Right, 2 skipped. 1 is failing. This one is failing for me, the first one, and 2 is skipped. There's no sense to run these two methods here, so I will skip it. So this will work now. So this is how we can have dependency, okay, and we can skip it. Now another things which I just wanted to show you that all right, now if you go to this XML, so I know this is the thing which we have here, test. Under this test we have classes, and under classes we have class. So this is for one class. If I want to run all the classes, I can use all the classes name with suit, along with suit, and it will run. But now let's say you have a set of group. You have set of group like all right, so let me do one thing here. So let me go to TestNG. Okay, so this all test belong to my regression suite. So what I can do, what I can do is I can have this, I can group all the test cases. So to group the all the test cases, I can say groups, and then I can say, let's say, regression suite. This belong to regression suite 1. So this is 1, and let's say this one also I can give as a, and see here it's like group, and I can give a regression suite. Groups. Alright, so these two test cases belong to a regression suite here, and I'm not failing it actually. Let's comment this out for now. I'm not failing anything. So these two test case belong to one group, which is a regression suite. So it happens, right? We always don't want to run all the things, right? I just want a specific set of test cases which I want to run. So what I can do here is I will just go to my XML. In XML, I will not touch this part. I will not touch this part. I will just hit enter, because see, all this is coming under my suite. I can give anything here. I can say regression suite. So name, it's up to you, whatever name you can give here. And now if I say groups is coming there. Now if I say run is there. All right, so I want to run specific to some group which I have given there. So now if I say include, so which I want to include, so I can give the name here. Its name, we use the regression, that's it. So in group I specify that this group I just want to run. I don't want to run the third one, right? Okay, so let's do this, and I had given the classes here, name is there. All right, and then okay, let's try this now. So if I see here, I can see open browser and navigating home is running for me, not all is running for me. So I can give the group here. I can define the group, and this 2 is running for me, and same thing I did here. If I go here and if I see here, this is belong to regression and this is belong to regression. I don't want to run all this. It's up to me. So number of tests I can run like that. All right, and if you want to run one more thing here, I can do one thing. So this is the one XML I have here, but now I just want to run suite level. So we talked about group, we talked about this suite. We have only one class under this classes, but I want to run many test cases, right? Or I want to run many suites. Under suite actually I want to run different XML. So let's say this XML belong to my regression suite, this is XML belong to my some other suit. So all these are different actually. I just want to run both actually here. I want to run all the test cases which I have under this. See, under this one I have only one classes, TestNG classes. Under this one, if I open this, I have a TestNG test. This is another class. I want to run both the class, both things. I don't want to have this class in this XML, but I want to run it actually. So what I can do on test suit level, I can run it. So simply, it's very easy to do. So I can do suit is already there. So I can say suit, and you can say control space, and the option will come here. So I can say suit file will come here, and then in suit files we have to use another. So I will come here. All right, I will just remove this one, sorry. And here if I say suit again, so now in suit files we have suit file, just same as suit classes. Again inside we have class. So suit files, under we have file. So now what we have to do, we have to give the XML path. I want to run this XML, I want to run this one. This belong to unit test cases, this belong to regression suit. So I just want to run both actually. So what I can do, if suppose they are in same folder, so what I can do, I can use dot, this one, this belong to this folder, current folder actually. So dot / and what is the name? It's TestNG dot XML, one thing here, and then I want to run one more here. So I can say suit, again one more file. What is that? I want to run, what is the name of TestNG? So TestNG 1018. All right, both is done. Now what is happening here? Let me see. Suit name I have given here, which is correct. Package on. Something wrong here. Okay, so now once everything is done, we have to close this as well. So I will gonna close files, it's closing here, suit files, and suit will be closed here. So I can say suit. That's it. So or for this one I can say again, this belong to different suit actually. I will just remove this one. Okay, this is belong to this one. All right. Or let me do one thing. Let me remove it actually. Or just a minute. Let me just give this to. No, we cannot have actually more than 2 here. So let me do one thing. Let me remove these 2 both. It started from here till here. Okay. Well, let's try without this actually. So I'm just removing for now, and let's have this. All right. We'll figure it out like why it was having issue there. So these 2 things I'm having here. So I'm having a TestNG XML. And then we have this XML. Okay, I will give this XML. All right. So if I run this now, okay, so do register. Okay, so let me just go to my TestNG first of all. In TestNG I have a TestNG test, so I will go to TestNG test. I will not have all these things. I will just simply do one thing here. I will just remove all this, and I will be having only one class here for now, to just show you how it will work. So I'll give a test, right? Just all the things here. All right, and in this I have only one test, and this test it's working fine, it seems, for me. Okay, and this too is working for me. So let's try. Okay. Or if it's not working, then I will create another XML. So now here, if you see, one test is running. All right, so if I come here, one test running, which is passed. Which test is running? Do database connection. So if I come here, this one is running for me, but the another one is not running. So let me do one thing here. I will have same structure. I will create one more XML. I will create one more XML. So all tests, I can say. Okay, and I will remove all this. I don't want all this. Actually, okay, let it be like this. I will say, all right. So this is my XML. All right. So now what I can do is, instead of having this, I can just simply copy and paste in separate all XML. I will remove all this. Okay, and .xml TestNG I have given, and I can say 1018. Okay, one TestNG. Okay, so just to make sure, I will say all right. So now let's run this now. Okay, in suit level again it's running one. Button one pass. Okay. XML suit level. It should run for both. If I just check this, okay, let me do one thing. Okay, got it. So let me just do one thing. Let me go to my this XML. In this XML, I'm not having this one. So what I will do here is, I will just simply copy this in my this XML. I will just remove all this. I will just have this, and instead of having this class, all right, I will just give the, what is the class name? It's here, TestNG. All right, so this is done. Let me see what is the error here. The issue here we have. So okay, let's do one thing. For understanding purpose, it's very bulky here. I will just remove all this. All right, so now I'm having only one class here, I use soft assert, and if I use I'm not using it actually, so leave it like this. I will just remove all this and okay, if I run this now, let's see it's working fine or not. First of all, for me it's working for me. Okay, so we have only one method in this TestNG, and then I just put it TestNG here, and now let's run this where we have. So if I run now, so there's a two things is running for me. One is TestNG test and another is TestNG. So these two things is this two XML I can run with one XML. So this XML and this XML, I can have both the XML in my all test XML and I can run. So this is how we can do on a suit level. So we just saw group level, I mean how we can group all the test cases, how we can have a suit level, how we can give the dependency, how we can use the hard assertion and soft assertion, and so yes, this is the pretty much we have in TestNG. And apart from this, what so always you have to use assertion in TestNG. If you use the if else condition, it will not work there. It will pass